Okay, let's just jump right in. Have you ever thought maybe there's a blueprint for your personality, like actually written in the stars? I'm talking about something way deeper than your typical daily horoscope. Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into today using this really amazing astrological lens.
And really, it all kicks off with this pretty wild question. What on earth links the founder of homeopathy, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, the guy who started the whole field, to some distant star way out in the cosmos? Sounds crazy, right? Well, the answer is hiding in this ancient system of astrology. So, here's the deal. According to Vedic astrology, Hahnemann's whole personality, his entire groundbreaking approach to medicine, it was all supposedly shaped by his birth star. And people who follow this believe it's the key to unlocking why he did what he did. Right, so that birth star has a name, a nakshatra. Now, don't think of it like your regular zodiac sign, one of 12. This is totally different. Imagine the sky divided into 27 lunar mansions. It's way more specific. This is actually the original system in Vedic astrology, and it gives a much, much deeper dive into who a person really is.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. The specific nakshatra we're talking about for Hahnemann is called Uttara Bhadrapada. And to really get what that means, we've got to unpack the cosmic recipe, the mix of energies that makes up this personality. All right, check this out. It's such a cool mix of forces. So first, it's in the zodiac sign of Pisces. But here's where it gets interesting. It's ruled by two planets, and they're kind of opposites. You've got Saturn, which is all about structure, discipline, hard work. And then you've got Jupiter, which is all about wisdom, expansion, big picture thinking. So you've got this planet of limits and this planet of growth, all mixed together. And what do you get? This core theme, selfless service, but a service that comes from a place of deep, deep wisdom.
And this cosmic combo creates a really specific kind of person, an archetype they call the noble achiever. Now, this isn't your typical go-getter looking for fame and fortune. Nope. This is someone who's just driven by this intense need to figure out how the world works, and then, actually do something to make it better.
And this right here, this is their playbook. It perfectly explains their method. See, they don't just have random ideas. They build entire systems. First, they'll spend ages just watching, studying the laws of nature. Sound familiar? That's exactly what Hahnemann did. Then, they use that knowledge to create a super orderly scientific framework. And their whole motivation is to help people. But that Saturn influence keeps them grounded, so they're also humble enough to say, hey, I was wrong here, let's fix it.
So what does this look like in real life? Well, you get this really unique set of strengths. These folks are often super successful, but not because they're shouting from the rooftops. It's all about that quiet, methodical dedication. They have this calm, charming way about them. They're incredibly selfless, and honestly, they're just not motivated by getting applause. The work itself, that connection to nature and to service, that's the reward for them. But it's not all sunshine and roses. Every archetype has its shadow side, right? And for this one, behind that super calm and put-together exterior, there can be a whole lot going on underneath. Yeah, this really shows that split perfectly. It's like a tale of two selves. On the outside, what everyone sees is this calm, patient person. But on the inside, that intense discipline from Saturn can make them bottle up their anger. They seem really social and charming, but deep down, there might be a real fear of being alone. And because their work is everything to them, if it fails or someone criticizes it, man, it can really throw them for a loop.
And this is where it gets really fascinating, especially from a health perspective. According to this system, all that suppressed emotion, the anger, the stress, it doesn't just vanish into thin air. It has to go somewhere. And often it can show up in the body, physically. We're talking about things like rheumatoid arthritis, hernias, long-term chronic issues.
So, all of this kind of begs the question, right? Why are we even talking about nakshatras? What's the big deal? Why is this system so important in Vedic astrology? Well, the answer is all about depth. Think of it like this. Your regular zodiac sign, the Rashi, it's kind of like looking at the surface of the ocean. You get the general vibe, right? Broad strokes. But a nakshatra, that's like putting on scuba gear and diving deep down to see the entire complex ecosystem. It's the original system, it's way more nuanced, and it brings in the influence of multiple planets, not just one. It's just a whole different level of detail. And this is the key point, really, because the analysis is so much deeper and more subtle. Any remedies or ways to find balance are believed to be way more effective. It's like if you have a more precise diagnosis, you can find a more precise cure.
Okay, so what are these remedies? This is the last piece of the puzzle, and it's really cool. Finding balance here isn't some vague, abstract idea. It's super tangible. It's all about connecting with specific things in nature, plants, animals, minerals, that actually resonate with your nakshatra's energy.
And for Uttara Bhadrapada, the connections are just beautiful. You've got the mango tree, which is all about nurturing and giving, the mineral nickel, which connects to that inner structure. But the animal association is the most powerful one, for sure, the cow. And think about it. Why a cow? Well, the cow is patient, it's gentle, it's not aggressive, and it just gives selflessly. It's a perfect mirror for the highest expression of this personality type.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's that this system points to this incredible, profound web of connection. It's saying that our deepest, most subtle personality traits are linked not just to planets millions of miles away, but to the trees, the animals, and even the minerals right here on Earth. And that really leaves us with one last question to chew on. If the life and work of one person can be mapped so intricately to a specific pattern in the cosmos, well, it really makes you think, doesn't it? What cosmic patterns might be shaping you?